Hello and welcome back to Beers, Bourbon, and Games. I'm your co-host Mike, and with me is
Conquer Corey.
And today we're playing Resident Evil 4. We're going to continue on our gameplay. We think of what might be the last mission. So we're pretty excited, having a lot of fun with this. The regenerators are still scaring the crap out of me. I know they do, Corey. So let's keep it going.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're doing it for our homeboy. Let's do it.
Ashley.
I'm right here. I thought you were gonna die.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. He will in about 10 to 15 years. Whenever he goes to the doctor, it's like, we're noticing some cancerous cells. Did you did you point anything highly radioactive at your chest?
Yeah, I did this. Can you
Whoops.
stand?
The map?
Yeah, I found it. I think it says we can get out if we go this way. Hey, we're a team, right?
Keep this up, I'll be out of a job.
So, all of this, removing the parasites, this was Luis.
With a graphics
Yeah.
card on top of it.
We're alive.
Yeah.
Thanks to him. Not the most uncomfortable place I've slept before.
See, what we don't realize is that is a GTX, that's an RTX 3080 there he's got slapped on top of there. Do not be fooled into thinking the Las Plagas are merely tools for creating powerful bioweapons. Their true value lies in their ability to control. No matter how hostile the subject, single injection can turn anyone to a faithful servant. Who needs spies when you can turn yesterday's enemies into today's allies? Controlling just one insider can bring an entire organization, an entire country to its knees. Mass production of the superior species have been made possible. We have empowered Sadler. It is clear what he intends to do next. Can you imagine if Sadler had that much control? 6 billion loyal servants at his slow command? There'd be no opposition, no war. Maybe the first time in human history the world would know peace. But I know how Sadler and others have oppressed the people of this island for generations. I know how he treats them. That's no way to live, and because of that, I won't let it happen.
Good job, Luis.
Regarding our arrangement, I've compiled research data you wanted. Meet me in the designated time and place. To be clear, you're going to get me the heck out of here if I don't. If I bring you the goods, right?
Ada Wong.
I hope you haven't forgot about the amber. Without it, the data's worthless. It'd be a shame if you let your seat go to waste. So do not make me return empty-handed. Do you still remember the code phrase, I assume? Relax, I haven't forgotten. And don't worry about the amber. I'll figure something out. Think you can pick me up a pack of smokes on the way? Any brand is fine. The sample, which I've come to call the amber, was just sitting in the storeroom collecting dust. We used to have ample specimens for experimentation in the past, so it makes sense for this was overlooked. In fact, the only reason I brought it back to my lab was because of its peculiar shape. After basic analysis, I've changed my mind. The amber possesses a very unique quality. Although small and in suspended state, it contains the same organ found in the dominant species, which we've only seen in Sadler himself. When fully developed, the amber may rival or perhaps even surpass Sadler's power. Unfortunately, the amber was confiscated by Sadler before I could make any further progress in my research. He may be on to me. I need to get my hands on that sample again and escape in order to continue my research elsewhere. It's the only way to counter Sadler. Of course, I don't think I can trust this outside group either, but I've already come this far. Hopefully I can sweet talk my way out of this one too. I'll have to, for the world's sake.
Someone had a field day looting the Umbrella Labs.
Oh, crap. Well, I'm glad I came
first
back
aid
here.
kit. There are two ways to eradicate lost paws: and antigen injection and surgery. The parasite is not if the parasite is not hatched yet, it can be treated by administering antigen directly into the body. Once it's hatched, however, there's not much that can be done besides slow its growth. With surgery, the plaga can be targeted and killed using a certain wavelength of radiation. Again, cancer. But this is not without risk. If the parasite attaches itself to the host's nervous system, the host will experience excruciating pain. And there is no effective anesthesia for this kind of procedure. Surgical removal carries considerable risk even before the parasite has fully developed. Once fully grown, however, it is too late. Removing the parasite would kill the host. But considering what will happen to them, death may be a mercy.
Okay, that European Laboratory 6 Stream Division, and there's a note in Resident Evil 3 that talks about that, where they found it.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. I love all the lore stuff. It's so cool to me.
So those are the same guys that helped the Nemesis project, huh?
Right.
Look, I bet we could use that.
Bet you're right.
Sorry.
Like I said, we're a team.
You're getting good at that.
Right?
Come on, chickadee.
You sure you're okay?
Never been better.
Good. Look at this place. That woman who helped us. You think she's all right?
Oh, I'm sure she's fine. She's not the type to roll over that easy.
Sounds like you know her well.
I know something about her.
A thing or three.
Don't leave me!
Die! You know, Ashley, you could just carry a gun.
Yep. Anything would have been fine.
Dang. She's got some hops.
Thank you.
Gotta keep an eye out for those bugs now. Just said that.
Body armor's not looking great.
I gotta remember that they need to actually explode before they die.
There's a friend.
I feel like we're at the... This may be the last time we see him.
Ooh, you have the stench of battle on you, mate.
Alright, dude. You know the drill.
Welcome. Well then,
We're gonna bring America to him.
Oh, nothing but the finest.
Cue the music. America.
America.
Leon, look! Is that...
Oh wait, what's gonna happen when Ada tries to throw us the grenade launcher? The
Ada
rocket launcher.
She's hung up.
thinks he's gonna lure me out.
He is.
Stay here. I won't be long.
Okay.
Stay here, Ashley. He's got to go back to his original call. My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
Ada!
What if you
Good
missed?
shooting, Tex. You remember that time in the original when Ashley was tied up? We tried to be cool and shoot her loose with the sniper rifle when you killed her.
Yep, I remember that.
Sadler!
Ooh, oh, we're getting it. Wait, I think we downloaded the wrong Resident Evil 4.
Ow.
To become one with us. You require absolution.
Alright, you know what time it is.
Crap. Why do all the final bosses have...
Oh, green herb. Oh, barrel.
Was in most need of salvation.
Man, he looks so much cooler than he did back in the day.
Yes.
What am I
No,
doing?
no, none of that. Shotgun time.
Whoop.
Or jump down. Oh, pistol.
And one God. We shall witness the coming of a paradise free of misfortune.
Ah, we're good.
I love the Magnum.
Okay, if you hear voices, you need to get help.
Ah! Ow.
Oh look, we picked up another small resource. Oh, he's got some other eyeballs peeping around the corner. Stop moving! Uh oh, heal. He's like a Dollar Tree G-top.
Holy crap, he is.
Every masterpiece has a cheap copy. Oh, heal again.
Hold on.
Hold on. Ooh, we got a black bass. I forgot. Maybe we just slow down. There we go. Finally. My goodness. Open up. Okay, he's at range. You can probably get him with a rifle.
Oh, good point.
Your accuracy seems to go up when you're under stress for some reason. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever witnessed. Ah! Heal. Ooh, that's close. Too close. What was I just saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
It's like if you're the most calm you ever are, you miss every time. But when they're like point blank at you, it's like your accuracy shoots up to like 110.
I don't get it. Oh! Ow!
I'm getting sick of your shit.
Yeah, I'm telling me on. You're so cool. Ew. Magnum time.
Finally, a look that suits you, Seb. A monster in and out. Still, I need to cut this date short. It's not you. It's you.
Use this!
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yes! Then pops. Do it.
Holy body.
Why are the eyeballs always the weakness?
I mean, Zelda teaches us this thing.
Ow.
He's just knocking out of the way so you don't die, you know, plot armor or whatever.
Oh, Ada's gonna take the sample.
Ada, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing personal, Leon. Luis and I had an arrangement. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. Ride's here. You coming?
I think we both know this is where we go our separate ways.
I see.
He could have went and worked with her.
Better get a move on.
Don't you?
Cute.
Until next time, Leon.
Leon!
She had to yell at me one more time.
Where's she
You
going?
were staring at that
I
house.
don't understand. Why would she just...
Gotta move.
That's
My
why.
heart's gonna blow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you could say the self-destruct sequence has been activated.
Oh. Oh, come on. It's time to rock it. Look, the self-destruct sequence. Good call.
Get out of here.
You know, speaking of self-destruct sequence, I think RE2 has the best self-destruct sequence theme I've ever heard.
Oh, 100%.
Like it slaps.
We can go home.
We're not out of here yet.
Thanks.
No problem.
It's cool.
Wait, if Saddler's dead, who's controlling these guys?
They've gone feral.
Oh, look at them.
What's going on?
There's nothing now that Master's gone. It's over.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
It's a mercy killing.
All right. Not bad, Ada.
Dang.
You like thrill rides? You're gonna love this.
Crap.
I love that strategically placed container.
All right.
Whoa.
Go. And another one of those giant fish comes up and eats him.
I'm not sure that was insane. Mission accomplished, right?
Mission accomplished. When you're home safe.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it.
You know,
Yeah.
I could
Good
put
job.
in word with my dad.
Oh.
Have you assigned to my detail, if you're interested?
You don't need me. You proved you could handle yourself. Even if you could use a lesson in knife safety. Come on. Let's go home.
Yeah, let's just drive off into the open ocean.
Condor 1? Roost to Condor 1, do you read me? Come in. I said come in. Is this thing even on? Leon! Leon, are you and Ashley all right? Where are you? Come on!
Oh. I got the case was just perfectly set up for that.
Patch me through. I've obtained the amber.
Excellent.
Just one question. What are you planning to do with this?
We do not pay you to ask questions. All you
Is
need
that
to
Wesker?
know is a new dawn is breaking. 100 will give their lives so that just one may live. I am expediting that change.
Holy cow, it is Wesker.
So,
I forgot about
we're
that.
talking millions of casualties.
Billions.
How ambitious. We're changing course now.
That was freaking Albert Wesker. Dispatch chopper.
Good work.
You gotta pay.
57 saves.
Alright, what are your thoughts? What's the final verdict?
Bingo Friday night at 10. Book club next Sunday. Dispatch chopper. I feel like she didn't do much other than just like annoy us and then be like, "Oh, I'm sending a chopper in. That's oh, it's delayed." Anyway, I really enjoyed it. To be 100% honest, I really enjoyed the game. It was, like we said earlier when we were when some of the little credits were rolling. The atmosphere was 100% better than the original. I actually felt scared. There were still a lot of action elements in it, but I feel like this was less actiony than in parts that 8 was. I mean, of course, 8 had one of the most scary things I've ever done in my entire life, that dollhouse. That was one of the scariest things I've ever been in. The regenerators in this game were done amazing. That whole lab scene with the regenerators was just perfect. Like it was so scary, and they just, the way they move, the way they do things, it just, it's great. I thought the game flowed pretty good. I understand why they do chapters, because it makes it easier for people to have a stopping point when they're playing through. But chapters to me kind of break up the game like this in a way. It's like, oh, kind of pull me out of my immersion of it. Same thing with the merchant. Like, I didn't like the Duke in 8. I wasn't a big fan of him either. I like more 7 style, horror wise. I like that. I also felt like I didn't have as much ammo in this one as I did in the first time we played through with 4. I felt like I actually had to watch what I was doing. We were always on the cusp of running out of ammo. I liked that feeling. Tension was there. they did a very good job of making you feel tense while you're playing this game. That something could happen at any point in time. So overall, great. My ranking of Resident Evil 4 has moved up a lot. Um, Resident Evil 2 is still my favorite. Code Veronica is still way up there. A lot of the more survival horror ish ones are more up there for me, but 4's done a real good job and it's moved up my ladder a lot. I no longer say it's the worst one. I no longer blame this. I still blame the original one for what we got, like 5 and 6, for that happening, but I no longer blame it as far as just being completely action based instead of being survival horror at all. If that makes any sense, or if I'm just rambling. What about you, Corey?
Like I said, I think they did a good job on the remake. I still like you. 2 and 3 is probably my favorite. Followed very closely by Code Veronica, and this is someone who says I actually like the Resident Evil 3 remake. I know people are going to disagree with me on that, but I did like it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Could it have been better? Absolutely. But they did a good job, like you said, the atmosphere, the reanimator creature was terrifying. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed commenting and being commentary on this playthrough. Really enjoyed watching it and playing it, or watching it and seeing it be. Maybe because it's been so long. I think the last time we played this was actually when we were kids.
Yeah,
and that's obviously been a long time ago. Probably around 20 some years ish.
jeez.
So not to make us feel old or anything, but I think it's about 20 years. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to what Capcom does next. Obviously, the next big one on our radar is going to be Silent Hill 2. Hoping we hear something about that very soon.
Yes, I'm really excited about that one, especially since the people who made it made the medium, and do you know how much we gushed over that?
Oh yeah. But let us know what you think. Have you played through it completely? Do you think that it did a good job as a remake, or is it good on all its merits on its own? Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button. It really helps us out a whole lot. And if you want to see more content, feel free to check out our channel where we do other Let's Plays. But as always, I'm your co-host, Conqueror Corey.
And I'm Mike.
And we'll
See ya.